box sack. What's in the box?
Don't know.
You're gonna find out.
Okay, should I use the knife or?
Well, I didn't give it to you to attack someone with. Just use the knife. Get stuck in. No, not like that. Don't stick it in. You just lightly. You don't know what's in there. It could be something. It could be something fragile. It could be a puppy.
I doubt it's a. No one serves a puppy in a mailbox.
You could have just killed a puppy.
I would have heard him.
Not anymore. You wouldn't. Come on then. Let's get stuck in.
Oh jeez.
Shush.
Doggies are having fun.
That's why you need the knife. Just cut the next bit open. There you go. Puppies are fine now. So what do we have in here?
Well, I'm see. Oh.
Da da da.
That's a massive seat.
Wow, that's far too big.
This is a baby chair, Dad.
This
could be used for a car seat.
It is rather big. That might not fit.
Couple of problems.
Although we could always see if we could swap it out for the big cart. So we put this seat in the main cart, which would then allow adults to sit in it without pain.
Yes, that would be so much easier.
Namely, my fat ass. That's literally
this is massive.
A perfect size for my big ass. So we might actually, that might be a plan, swap out that.
That's a good idea. But the sad thing is...
Carbon. What size are you in it? I like, that means I might...
I'm actually still balancing to keep it upright, because if you put too much weight, well, you just...
Yeah, you'll be off back there. Should we go and see if, do you want to... I've got some time. Do you want to go and build some stuff?
Yes, I'll pop a t-shirt on first.
Go for it. Welcome back to another episode. Hi, Zach.
Hi.
We had some parts for the cadet car that arrived, but we couldn't really do much because we still are waiting on other parts. So one of the things that did arrive that was much larger than I anticipated was a new seat. And that is far too big to fit on the cadet car. So I love that one. It's really nice. It looks beautiful, but it is a squeeze. So I'm thinking we can swap these. We need to take this one out anyway. What we realised last, we did some runs in it. We were blasting around. It was great because we bled the discs a bit, so the brakes a bit. So
working kind of.
Yeah, so they're kind of working a bit better.
Well, a friend came over one time, and he was a grown man.
A normal adult.
A normal adult,
Hey there, Mike.
Yeah, so he put his daughter on his knee and they rode around, but he felt the seat expanded when he sat in it, because
yeah, so you can see as it's starting to rub through. Can you? Yeah, just
clutch right here.
Just there.
Right
so
there. And it's basically drilling.
So you can see as an adult sits in it, it pushes around there. So regardless of swapping the seat out, what we need to do is move the seat over some, but also remove that kind of bodge that I put on there to fit that, and try and fit an actual one to see if that will reduce the amount it pushes over. Either way, we need to work on this. Other than that, it was running really well actually. I got a nice top speed run of 54 kilometers an hour, so that was scary. And yes, helmets are on the way, but yes, I've got a chain guard on the way, etc, etc.
It was scary.
It was scary. Zach didn't do 54 kilometers an hour,
no,
but
I still did
it was scary enough.
It felt like I was going to go back in time.
Yeah, so what we're going to do on this one is get that seat out, try and move it over, see if we've got enough space in there where we can make enough space with a big old hammer to fit this bigger seat and create a bit more space so we don't have that rubbage issue. So let's crack on and get this seat out. I'm going to miss this seat, I have to say. I love the Kevlar on it. I think it looks really nice. But my arse doesn't fit in anyway, and even on the strictest diet possible, I don't think it will. Yet, the size of this bad boy, Tiller Extra Large, plastic jobby. So that should hopefully...
Way bigger than we anticipated.
Yeah, when it said XL, I didn't know it was like men XL. But either way, we've got much more chance of fitting this one in. That one, which we have another episode coming on soon, as soon as we receive some more parts. I'll give you a hand. You might need the 10mm socket that goes on the underside of those to stop it spinning. I'll give you a hand. We'll whiz it out. Seat's off, and the space is still much smaller than the size of that seat. So I'm going to get the old hammer out and just try and hammer this. The old millimeter. Yeah. Yeah, we want to move this as much this way as we can. I can't move this one too much further. It's just limitations of what you can do there. I've already tried as much as possible. But I will remove this at the same time and see if I can use a smaller. That isn't made for this. It's just something I found. And if I can find an extra, you know, that's probably 10mm there, that would be very useful. So let's get smashing. So I have swapped out this, which to be fair was bigger in diameter, but as you can see the difference, that plus that, it was fatter, so I'm saving quite a lot there. Is it enough? I don't know. I haven't moved this support over, and I will if I need to. I've moved this one over quite far, but let's just have a look. In fact, let me just give that one a little tap. It's hard to do because the engine's there, so I can't really get in there. In fact, sod it. Let's just try the seat in there and see if we've created a bit more space by removing this. So the fat ass seat is mounted in, not real, placed. But
we have placed it in the
correct spot. But that is a way better amount of clearance. It still doesn't look like a lot, because let's face it, it's not a lot. But the fact that this seat is much wider, it shouldn't actually have the need to flex out as much as that one did, which consequently fits perfectly on that new Kart. So it's friggin' tiny. So it's probably a cadet seat anyway.
So it's perfect for the cadets.
It's perfect for the cadet one. So that has found a new seat, bonus. This has found a seat that fits my arse. Equal bonus. Now we're gonna drill some holes in our lovely new plastic seat and see if when I put my fat arse in there, it flexes. So I'll try and mount it so there's enough space.
It shouldn't flex at all, should it? Or will it still?
Well, it will only flex if my arse is bigger than this and it pushes the sides out. So this is what we were finding with when Mike was in this one. That's very narrow, so there isn't much flex in Kevlar, but even so, there was enough flex to move it, and that was so close that it kind of touched. So let's drill holes, mount this up and try and get it into position, and then sit in it and see if it causes it to go out a bit. Hopefully it's solved that problem anyway. So, yeah, I'm first and foremost, Jesus, it's hot, really hot as balls. I'm sweating my nads off. But the seat is in.
And it fits pretty well. Dad,
it fits.
Dad had a little test sit.
I wedged my arse in it, but guess what? It actually, I can fit, like sitting all the way back, and I fit. Yeah. It's actually really comfortable.
Now we've got a new after.
A what?
A new after, because before and after. Now we've got before, after, and after again.
Well, I think we'll have lots of afters with this because I sense this is going to get many more upgrades than yours is. But you can also see as well, there's, even with me in, there's plenty of space in there, and Zach had a little look when I was in there. Shows there's plenty of space, so it looks like
almost a centimetre of space,
which is a winner. So I'm hoping that might have solved that problem. I'm just testing the brakes again, and I bled them with, like I said, friend Mike came over and helped us bleed them, so we did take it out for a smash. But it's still not as effective as I really want. So I might... There are bleed valves on 4 points on this, 1, 2, and I did those 2, and I haven't done the bottom ones. So this might be a 4-piston caliper, so I might have to try and do them all again. Yeah, I don't know. We'll give it a shot. Me and Zach might give it a quick bleed now, because we wouldn't mind giving it a bit of a run today.
Oh no, I want to test the seat out.
I want to test the seat out.
I want to test the seat out.
All right, fine, whatever. I'm going to test it out first. But yeah, let's give these brakes a little quick going over, and then and then we'll take it out, because I want them to be a little bit better than this, if I'm honest.
Of course. And don't forget, once both your carts are finished, there's going to be a...
Shh. Well, there's got to be a head-to-head, right?
Yeah, it's going to be kind of like Mario. Nothing was said.
Such a tease. But yeah, so let's just bleed these. I'll wheel it in because it's hot as anything. So we'll wheel this in quickly, and we'll bleed these brakes, and we'll attempt to anyway. And then yeah, let's have a bit of a thrash. Sound good?
Yep.
So we roped in Brooke. As you can see, he's not seen the light of day for a while, so the sun is burning his eyes. We needed to bleed the brakes, and it was proving a bit of a pain in the arse. As I mentioned, there are 4 Allen key bleed points. I could only reach 3 of them, and I thought, oh, I'll just give it a shot with that. But it was to little to no effect. It actually made it worse, didn't it?
Yep, and also since I've got no body strength at all, it was...
But you're not tall enough as well to kind of get your feet to the end of the pedals.
That's why when I...
Hence we got Brooke to do it. He has some uses. Minor. But anyway, I took the caliper off. I took the entire caliper off and bled it like that. And now it's bloody good, isn't it? It's amazing. So, I mean, I'm covered in crap, but brakes are amazing, and the seat is in, and there's a bit of clearance. So, I think we should have a bit of a test run.
Yeah.
Go on then. Let's start this bad boy up. So, we've stopped after we've just started. We've made the brakes too good, so it's binding now.
No, but at least we don't even need to brake.
No,
that's a bad thing.
It's just not rolling, so...
It's a bad thing because, well, if we want to go fast, well, that's catching it. So.
It's catching far too much. So what I'm going to do is just space it out a little bit. And
so like Dad said, we're just going to space it out. See, there's these 2 metal bars right here. We're just going to get not 2, but a couple. We're just going to get a washer to space them out a bit.
Yep.
So that when we use the brakes, it'll work just fine.
Yeah, so let's go do that now. So thanks to Zach, we've shimmed it slightly, so you can see now, look.
It works just fine.
It doesn't bind.
They're not too good, they're just good.
They're just good, hopefully. One thing I noticed on that test run where it didn't really run very well is that seat is probably going to wear its arse out, or wear my arse out, because I hit the floor about 3 times. So I might need to make some adjustments to that, but we'll see. I don't mind scraping a little bit.
And we could always like put a little metal bar.
What, so it hits that first? Like a little skid plate for your arse?
No, I wasn't meaning that. Like we could like...
Well, what I mean is it's close to the floor, so
yeah.
You could put a little metal bar and it would just hit the metal bar would hit the floor, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like you said, little skid things, so they wouldn't actually wear down the seat, it would wear out the metal bar.
That's a good suggestion. They do little skid plates like that for, I think, the bomb. I don't know, anyway. So that looks like he's in timeout for some reason. I think it's just because it's very hot and he's sitting in...
It's incredibly hot out here.
So, I ran out of storage on my phone, so I had to clear up some space. But I did, with the help of Zach, put a little shim in there. So now we've got...
Well, that didn't really do much.
No, it did though. It stopped it binding, didn't it?
Oh yeah, I don't know what was actually happening.
Well, I'll tell you what was happening. So we put that in there. It stopped it binding. It was all good. Then one of the issues that we were having was something was catching, and I didn't know what it was.
Oh yeah, okay. Good.
But we figured it out because the chain was actually really loose, and it's not now. I mean, that's... Dad
somehow moved it forward, don't know how.
So I moved the engine forward and put a bit more tension in it, because it dropped twice on me and Zach. Once on Zach, once on me. It was far too loose. So I'm going to need to look at making sure the engine isn't slipping backwards on the mount. So to try and tighten up a bit, I think. So that's another job to look at. But for the moment, the chain is tight again. It's not catching. But the last thing that was causing a bit of an issue was
the seat.
The seat. I put 3 bolts in, not 4. Why did I do that? Because I'm an idiot.
Daddy, you dum-dum.
Daddy, you dum-dum. And the problem is, when I sit in it, it causes it to move quite a lot. So you can see that it goes a bit... fall over. It goes a bit too far down. And that causes my arse to bounce off the floor. Which is fine, but it's plastic and it will wear a hole in it and it will hurt my arse. So what I need to do is use the little spacers that I've got that I used on that seat, just to put in that last single hole there, just to hold it in place and stop it kind of slipping. So I think we'll do that. and yeah, and then we'll call it a day on that one. So we'll just fix that up, but I think we'll call it a day for the video so we can finish this up. It's just so hot out there at the moment that doing any runs is painful. But big thumbs up. We got the brakes sorted. We got a new seat in. We sorted out the chain tension. We just need to finish off that seat, which we'll do off camera. And then we're kind of ready to give this one a bit of a... I want to do a speed, not necessarily a speed test, but a full-on thrash.
Oh, yeah.
We need to see if we can do the...
The thing is, I can't go
the lap time.
I can't go flat out.
No, so we do have coming. We're off to the mountains for a week, so we'll have to have a bit of a break in these. So I'll release this.
Well, we'll be missed.
Well, I'll release this midweek anyway next week. So
yeah.
It will come in midweek, so we won't have a massive break. But we will be in the mountains, so we won't be here doing this. But in the meantime, we should have our helmets arrive, and I have ordered a chain guard for all my family watching that keep having a go at me for not having a chain guard. So hopefully it's something that guards the chain, because no one wants things to get stuck in there, like your hands or stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so that will come on soon anyway. But this is getting agonisingly close to giving us a decent run round with all the snagging stuff that we've done. And we do have some more parts for this that we hope will arrive soon. Obviously, now we've got a seat. We've got a lot of the other bits. We just need bearings to arrive for the rear. And then we can put on the whole rear side and at least make it roll.
Yeah, so on previous footage, we saw that the bearings still don't fit in the bearing.
We've got some other stuff coming. So hopefully we'll do another episode on that and see if we can get it working. Anyway.
Okay, guys, wait, I'm going to stand up for this so I look more presentable. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys like and subscribe to the video. And leave a comment of what we're going to do next after this and what we can do to make this and that any better. So, I just said that. Ring the notification bell so that you can be notified when we first post a video on go-karts and flip trikes that we might do in the future.
Yeah. See you later.
Bye.
The type of killing that these critics ain't used to. Victorious. In this day and age, I got time for innovation, time to be creative, time too big to waste on my time on critics hating, flattered by your opinions to show you I'll just embrace it. Now watch a early sunrise up, no daylight savings, go nuts when I have to. Glaze bet my sound in this beats on the house that